Hey guys, Nick the Informative Fisherman here on behalf of Headbanger Lures, and today I want to show you some of my favorite retrievals with the Headbanger Lure Spitfire. We got a big boy and a little guy, so let me show you how I like to do it, help you get it done on the water. All right guys, so when I first hit the water that morning, I'm looking to make some long casts. I don't know where the fish are yet. I'm making long casts with that Spitfire, and I'm moving along at a pretty good clip there. Any topwater, if you reel super fast, is gonna roll on the surface or mess up. But the nice part about the Spitfire, the faster you go, the harder that action lip kicks on the front, and it throws a ton of water, which can help fish find it from a distance, or if it's dirty, or if it's windy that day, that faster retrieve with that action lip going on the front, the body's gonna hold a little tighter and the tail's gonna give random kicks. So if they're tracking that fast speed, they'll see that commotion, then they'll see that little kick, and a lot of time they're gonna trigger on it, and it's also gonna help you locate fish faster by casting it a long ways. Another thing that I like to do, if I'm coming up along the edge of a shade line, I like to cast that Spitfire past the shade line and reel it super slow. We all know predator species love to sit right on the shade lines and come up and grab a big wounded bait. Now the nice part is about the Spitfire, the slower you move that action lip, it doesn't kick water. What it does is it resists, which gives that multi-segmented body a lot of natural movement, and it just looks super fishy at deadly slow speeds. So oftentimes, even if I'm going fast and all of a sudden I see a big shadow right behind my Spitfire, I'm gonna just slow it down and creep it because this thing looks so darn lifelike. I wanna spend as much time in that strike zone as possible to trigger that bigger fish. You're gonna see it a lot if you watch my show where I'm trucking that Spitfire along and then I go, ooh, 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 and I slow down and I'm creeping it and then boom, I get that eat. So another great option for retrieval on the Spitfire, let's say you're creeping it down that shade line, you're like, I know that fish was there, or you pull up to an isolated stump and you're positive he's holding on this spot that's, you know, no more than a foot around or one little square of a shade from a boat dock, and you're like, I'm positive there's a big old bass or a big old pike sitting right there. What I like to do is I reel it up real slow, and then I do just a half turn and a half turn and a half turn. It's the stop and go. And that action lip kind of just falls side to side, and that big snake-like motion just kind of falls out, and it just looks very wounded, very fishy, and really hangs in that strike zone, encourages those fish to come out and blast it. All right, guys, for the last retrieve I have for you is another one of my favorites. This is what I really like to do in that dirty water. I told you in that cleaner water, I like those half turns where that action lip falls, and it's just real subtle. Now, the opposite, when it's dirty, I like to take a sharp snap, just real sharp, little quarter turn, sharp snap. And what it does is that lip will throw water and the bait will hesitate and make a hard erratic movement, almost like a loud popper. They hear that boom, and then they see that action, and it's just real erratic, kind of backing up, darting side to side. Oftentimes, if a fish is looking at it and it's just not hungry, that pure hard smack and that little twitch is gonna force that fish to react. So remember guys, no matter how you use the Spitfire, it's really hard to go wrong, but you definitely want to take advantage of its multiple actions on retrieval. So hey, don't forget to tag us on your big fish pictures. I'm Nick the Informative Fisherman. We'll see you next time.